Welcome back, Spirits of Vengeance, to the Ghost Rider vlog. So today we're going to be talking about book number 45 of the original Ghost Rider series run. This particular book's title is To Banish a Ghost. We instantly start off with Ghost Rider chasing after the bandits from the previous storyline. He was originally after them and they drew him into the pentagram and separated him from Johnny Blaze. He's obviously back on their trail and they're trying to take off in an airplane. However, the airplane is not taking off high enough, fast enough to keep the Ghost Rider from getting on. While on the plane, the Ghost Rider sets the airplane on fire and causes it to crash. None of the muggers/robbers are hurt, but they are quickly grabbed out of the wreckage by the Ghost Rider and given the Hellfire touch. They are left shaken and in shock and willing to confess all of their sins to the first police officer that happens across them, and obviously the plane crash will be enough to get the police's attention. After riding off for a little while, Johnny Blaze becomes his normal self again and heads into a bar. While drinking, a new stunt rider is up on the TV screen. The cyclist's last name being Fargo, Flag Fargo apparently. And he has apparently, throughout his new run of doing the same stunts as Johnny Blaze, has been trying to call out Johnny Blaze to come and try and face him and trying to do the same stunts. Obviously, Johnny Blaze has been too busy being Ghost Rider almost all the time that he's not recognized that the guy has been doing this until very recently. And while people are flagging Fargo for talking dirt about Johnny Blaze, they actually do recognize that Johnny Blaze is right there among them and start to offer him money from their biking club in order to help him be able to get a bike and get back on the road and start facing off this Fargo guy. In the meanwhile, afterwards, after accepting their offer, Johnny Blaze happens off into the streets only to find a huge amount of robbers piling stuff into a van and overhearing the fact that they apparently are stealing things. It takes him a little too long to change into Ghost Rider and chase them, and they've already hidden themselves as he passes by a group of essentially big buses and stuff with Fargo's face all over them, assuming that this is probably Fargo's transportation from location to location. Johnny decides afterwards to take up Fargo on his challenge, and they have their night of the big challenge, trying to do stunts, and Fargo trying to one-up Johnny in every way. It ends in a close run so far. Fargo has about 200 points, and Johnny Blaze is left with like about 275, something like that. 325 to 225 actually, now that I found it on the book. Fargo's continually trying to get under Johnny's skin the entire time, and looks like he's about ready to give him one when the people from the night before do show up and try to help cheer up Johnny. Johnny's just not having it right now and decides to head off onto the road and do a little bit of biking, to which he comes across these same robbers again and he gets chased, not bothering to turn into Ghost Rider right now because it would only slow him down. He manages to keep on their tail until, however, another car from a nearby alleyway nearly runs him over. It is obvious that this thing was intended to try and kill Johnny, as it nearly misses him twice and then revs off down the road. So apparently they were prepared for anyone who might have spotted them and tried to follow them. And Johnny's just lucky to be alive due to his ability to do stunts on bikes. And thus ends our story. I can't wait to find out more, actually. I'm kind of getting the feeling that Fargo is somehow involved with these robbers. I can't say for sure yet, but I'm also kind of wondering if maybe Fargo himself is not exactly as he seems to be. We have had people who have been able to try and physically outdo Johnny before, but have, in one way or another, tried to align themselves with Satan or any other supernatural or non-human means in order to try and do this. So I'm kind of waiting to see how all of these little pieces fall together and see what comes out of it. So that is it for this time, and I'll see you next time, and hopefully the second part of at least maybe a 2-part series. We'll find out. See you then.